Welcome into the Wareham Gateman pregame show. Alex Feuz, Cade, Crenshaw, and our own Foley will be with you. First pitch at 6 o'clock tonight. This is a sixth and final time the Gateman will face the Hyannis Harborhawks this summer. Cade, what is your biggest takeaway tonight for hopefully a Gateman win to end this three-game losing skid?
Well, it's against a team that, like you said, they're very familiar with. The sixth meeting of the summer, and the two teams really haven't changed all that much in terms of what they're going to bring to the table offensively. You look at Hyannis ball club that's going to put up runs by attacking a base path. We look back at Game 5 in this series just a few short days ago. 8 stolen bases for the Harborhawks on that night when luckily the Gateman came away with a 12-10 victory, but they're going to be aggressive on the base paths, which means the pitchers are going to have to be aware on the bump because free passes can get you into trouble oftentimes. And Hyannis, not really a team that hits for a lot of power, just more so hits for consistency. When you have runners in scoring position, consistency matters.
Timothy Manning on the mound tonight, making his debut in a Gateman uniform. What can Gateman fans expect out of him?
Manning, a left-hander out of Florida, an ERA of 4.76 this spring, but he's going to be headed to Arizona State in the fall, went through the transfer portal. But, you know, Manning's a guy who's going to attack with a fastball, a little bit of breaking ball stuff mixed in there, but a heavy fastball mixed guy. Really excited to see a new dynamic to this Gateman pitching staff where they haven't seen a new starting pitcher in almost 3 weeks.
Yeah, Ryan Campos and Manning will be teammates this fall, so it'll be exciting to see how they work together this upcoming summer as the season rolls along. And again, Cotto on the mound for Hyannis. This is the Gateman's 5th time that they've seen him in 6 games played now. What is that going to hurt Hyannis at all now the Gateman's seen him for the 5th time tonight?
Well, you can look at a positive and negative side of it. If you're Mag Cotto, a left-hander out of Kentucky, he's familiar with this Gateman offense. He knows what works against them, and just very small amount, he knows what doesn't work against them. It's been very much working in Cotto's favor. 4 appearances of his 6 this season have come against this Gateman team, 9 2/3, and he struck out 13 of his 23 batters this season against the Gateman. So for Cotto on that side, he's familiar with the offense. On the flip side, the Gatemen know what you're getting in Mag Cotto. Mag Cotto is a player who's going to throw you 80% fastballs, but the fastballs are tough to hit. 97, 98 here tonight. Some guns this summer have had him up to 100. Right, but he's a high 90s fastball guy. Occasionally see a change in the curve mixed in, but very, very rarely. He's going to lean on that fastball the majority of the night. Can the Gateman hitters finally catch up?
Well, the Gatemen have had Hyannis' number so far this summer, 3-2. We'll see if the Gatemen can get another one tonight. We'll take a quick break, and our own Claire Foley will have it on the other side of the break. Gibson Sotheby's International Realty is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League, offering residential sales and vacation rentals across the Cape. We help you turn someday into right now. Each office is independently owned and operated. Sotheby's International Realty is a registered trademark.
Welcome back to the Gateman pregame show presented by South Coast Health. Here with Alan Roden. Alan, yesterday was your first time leading off this summer. Does that change your approach?
Yeah, I haven't really let off a lot in my career, but it's basically the same. That's how I try to approach it. Is just like any other at bat, as if I was hitting third, fourth, whatever in the lineup that day. So just try to keep it the same.
And you've been here a couple weeks now. Is there anything you've learned specifically from playing down here that you think will help you going forward in your career?
Absolutely. I mean, the speed of the game here is a little bit, higher. It's a good competition, great league. So, just catching up to speed and, taking that into whatever the next step is, it's been good.
And we have about 14 games left in the regular season. What's the team mindset going forward to try to make a playoff push?
Yeah, just keep grinding out, keep playing good baseball, and obviously keep trying to get better. And, that's how we've thought about it the whole way, and keep it going.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
The 99 Restaurant and Pub is proud to be a sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit your local 99 and try their famous Colossal Lobster Rolls, piled high on a grilled brioche and served hot buttered or just the right amount of mayo and celery with fries and coleslaw. The 99, always the real deal.
Welcome back to the Wareham Gateman pregame show. Alex Feuz, Cade, Crenshaw, and you just heard from our own Claire Foley. But tonight's matchup, the Gateman offense really struggled last night. Didn't get their first run until the 9th inning when they were already down 7-0. How can the Gateman offense respond tonight?
They're going to have a more balanced attack. Last night, Max Henderson, the only player with a multi-hit game, he finished 2 for 4, his 9th multi-hitter of the summer. This is a Gateman offense that really struggled last night, and it was against right-handed pitching, which they fared much better against this summer versus lefties, like tonight's starter Matt Cotto, just a 200 average against left-handed pitching. So what can this Gateman offense do? Just be more patient at the plate. They swung at a majority first pitch strikes last night. Be more patient, wait on the right pitch, and luckily, the passes paid off for him against Hyannis with a 3-2 record against the Hawks.
So again, we'll see how the Gatemen fare tonight, right? A big one tonight, trying to end a 3-game losing streak here tonight from Spillane Field. So for Claire Foley and Cade Crenshaw, I'm Alex Feuz. First pitch, lineups, and more in just a moment here on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
Curry College is where you go to become anything you want. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers with learning beyond the classroom. Explore undergraduate programs, NCAA Division III athletics, and continuing education and graduate studies, including fifth-year master's programs at curry.edu.
The Wareham-based 80 Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is the world's largest cranberry grower and the largest private property owner in eastern Massachusetts. The company supports organizations like the Wareham Gateman and projects like the outdoor cranberry bog classroom that you may have passed on your way in. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more.
The Gateway Tavern, located on Marion Road in Wareham, offers an extensive but not exhaustive array of menu choices. They search for the finest in foods, ranging from garden fresh produce to hand-selected seafood, and have special menus that change daily. The Gateway Tavern is proud to be the official helmet of the Wareham Gateman.
For sales and rentals of Caterpillar machinery, generators, and marine engines, visit MiltonCat.com, your area cat dealer. Milton Cat, the Cape and Islands Caterpillar dealer, is proud to be a sponsor of today's game.
We want our money to work as hard for us when we retire as we did working to accumulate it. My name is Steve Anzoni, and I am president of Fairway Financial Insurance Agency. Money is just a tool to help you to do what you ultimately want to do, which is to travel, spend time with your kids, grandkids, and do other stuff. And I want to be the guy that's going to help you navigate the course of life, to help you avoid those sand traps and get you onto the green and into the hole with greater financial confidence.
Soft as a Grape has 10 retail locations on Cape Cod, so even when you're cheering on your Gateman at any away games, stop into a Soft as a Grape store for the best Cape Cod products. No trip to the Cape is complete without a trip to Soft as a Grape.
Welcome in to Wareham, Massachusetts. Alex Feuz, Cade Crenshaw, and Claire Foley with you. It's another perfect night for baseball here on July 15th, a Friday night, and a red shirt Friday night here at Spillane Field. The Gatemen will be taking on the Hyannis Harbor Hawks for the 6th and final time in the regular season of the 2022 campaign. The Gatemen so far 3-2 on the year, over 500 one game, and they look to make it a 4-2 record on the season.
Yeah, Alex, this is a pair of teams that are quite familiar with each other. They have split the two meetings they've had here in Spillane Field. Meanwhile, at McKeon Park, 2-1 are the Gatemen with that 3-2 overall record. But tonight, once again, you're going to work against a pretty good left-hander on the bump.
It was a matchup from the first game of this season, which the Gatemen won. And let's see how the Gatemen defensively are tonight. Hogan Windish in left field. In center field is Owen Diodati, and right is Alan Roden. In the infield from left to right, Derek Fabian at third. Blake Wright bat at shortstop tonight. Brian Padilla at second base, and Max Anderson at first. Behind the plate is Ryan Campos, and making his debut in a Gateman uniform is Timmy Manning. Well, it will be Mitch Jebb to lead things off for the Harbor Hawks. A lefty-lefty matchup to get us started here in Wareham. First pitch, taken low for a ball, 1-0 the count. It'll be Mitch Jebb to lead things off, followed by Michael Sirota batting second. Batting third is Cole McConnell. In the cleanup spot for Hyannis is Jorge Corona. Pitch high, 2-0 the count. Followed by Christian Moore DHing tonight for Hyannis. Batting sixth is Dominic Patelli. Batting seventh, Tito Flores. And the eighth spot is Philip Matulia. And to finish out this Hyannis lineup is Rico Nishida. As Manning deals a breaking ball low. Now it's 3-0 the count to Mitch Jebb.
Manning, a 6'2", 195-pound left-handed junior out of Florida, but headed to Arizona State this fall.
Manning deals a fastball for a called strike. Jebb thought that was ball four, who will have to dance right back in the left-hander batter's box to the 3-1. To Jebb, grounded over to Padilla at second. Throws to Anderson in time, 1 away.
Manning this past spring for the Gators, 10 game appearances with 7 starts, a 1-0 record to pair with a .476 ERA, 26 strikeouts to his credit.
And here's Michael Sirota. One down here in the top of the first. The Gatemen on a 2-game losing skid. They tied against Chatham 3 nights ago here. As Manning deals fastball, called strike, and ahead of Sirota 0-1.
The Northeastern product, just his 4th game on the summer. A 300 hitter, though, through the first 3.
0-1 to Sirota, breaking ball in the dirt. Got away from Campos with no one on. Doesn't matter. 1-1 the count. A perfect night for baseball here from Spillane. Not a cloud in the sky and temperature right around 84 degrees. As Manning deals a 1-1 pitch, popped up in right field. Roden loses his hat, but unable to make the play. This is a fair ball. I think Roden was surprised by the call.
It looked like it dove just inside the line up the first base side. And maybe there's a play at first, because one thing Sirota didn't do, he didn't run up the line. He stayed in the box to watch that ball drop and then had to sprint. But lucky for him, not only did Roden give chase from right, Anderson backed up from first, and no one came to cover the bag. So he could have walked to first base if he wanted to. He had that much time.
Well, Sirota on first with 1 away, and here's Cole McConnell. Manning out of the stretch. First pitch, right down the middle for a called strike. It's going to be hard for base runners to run off of Manning, being a left-hander. Faces directly to the first base bag. Hyannis had 8 stolen bases the last appearance that the Gatemen had at their ballpark. That one fouled away, and Manning ahead 0-2.
And this is a Harper Hawks team that is aggressive on the base paths, and it's part of the reason why they lead the league in runs. Not necessarily they're not high in extra base hit categories across the board, but simply put, they put runners in scoring position by just laying down singles and then taking advantage on stolen bases.
0-2 popped up down the third base side, giving chase is both Wright and Fabian, who run out of room. McConnell hitting .284 heading into tonight. 2 home runs and 13 ribbies on the season. This is the last time that these two teams will face off in the regular season of the 2022 campaign. Manning deals the 0-2, fastball high, a 1-2 the count. Sirota on first, one down, and the top of the first, no score. But Timmy Manning ahead here, 1-2 on McConnell. The pitch, breaking ball, cut on and miss. And that's his first strikeout in the Gateman uniform, and now 2 down here in the first.
Great pitch left low and away. McConnell gave chase on a pretty good left-handed hitter. Came in as a 284 average in his 27th game of the summer.
Well, here's Jorge Corona catching tonight for Hyannis. This is our first time we've seen him for the Harbor Hawks. Wind blowing straight out to right field. Oh, first pitch swinging, grounds it over to right, who will go to the quick out at second to Padilla to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left now at the end of a half inning of play. Gateman up to hit next right here on the Gateman Broadcast Network. Don't go anywhere.
Each and every game here at Spillane Field is made possible by our sponsors. Let's take a moment to recognize Gateway Tavern, Coastal Orthodontics, Fairway Financial, Joanne Stevenson, Sullivan Wine and Spirits, Deb Levesque Massage Therapy, the Law Office of Mark Deshays, Office Technology Group, J&M Baseball Academy, South Coast Health, Minkle Boys Catering, 80 Makepeace, Reed Custom Soils, Soft as a Grape, Bay Motor Inn, Point Sign, Wareham, Sipicon and Dartmouth Week, Cranberry Self Storage, Village Signs, the Law Office of Lang, Exaferris and Bullard, Reedy, Kiernan and McNally LLP, Robertson's GMC, Effie's Homemade, Wareham Country Market, the Wareham House of Pizza, Robbery's Tree Service, Patty Wild, Onset Bay Association, Select PT, El Mariachi, Water Whiz, and Cool Cone. Thank you once again to our sponsors of your Wareham Gateman.
We head to the bottom of the first here live from Spillane Field. Alex Feuz, Cade, Crenshaw, and Claire Foley with you here on the Gateman Broadcast Network. Let's take a look at the defense for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks tonight. In the outfield, in left field, Flores in left, McConnell in center, and Sirota in right field. From the infield, from third to first, Mitch Jebb at third, Patelli at short, Rico Nishida at second base, and Philip Matulia at first. Behind the plate is Jorge Corona. And once again, for the 5th time this season, the Gatemen have faced Matt Cotto on the mound.
A left-hander out of Kentucky enters with a 1-0 record and a 2.12 ERA across his previous 7 appearances. Tonight, this will be his 3rd start of the season. 17 innings pitched, 23 strikeouts to just 8 walks, and 13 of those 23 strikeouts have come against the Gatemen.
Ryan Campos back in the leadoff spot tonight, followed by Hogan Windish. Batting third for the Gatemen is Max Anderson. Batting fourth in the cleanup spot, Alan Roden. Batting fifth, who's been a red-hot hitter. That one lined right down the right field line. It's going to be a fair ball. Going to the corner, Campos now turning, going to second base, and he's safe. It's a leadoff double by Ryan Campos, and the Gatemen offense starting off hot tonight.
A much better start than what we saw last night in Harwich, I should say, where the Gatemen only tallied 6 hits, and a bulk of those came late in the game. Alex, I go back to last night's contest, and just 4 innings last night. The Gatemen put the leadoff batter on. You have to be more consistent in getting an early start, and it's so important for this team against a pitcher that they've seen plenty of times, and a guy in Matt Cotto who's going to lean 80% of the time on his fastball. Be ready to attack the zone.
Well, with Campos on second base, here's Hogan Windish. Cotto set right at the bellow, who has his eyes daggered right on Campos and deals a first pitch fastball high. 1-0 the count to Windish. Batting 5th, Derek Fabian. 6th is Owen Diodati. Batting 7th back in the lineup tonight is Blake Wright, along with batting 8th, Brian Padilla. And to finish out the Gateman lineup tonight is Devin Burks DHing tonight. 1-0 pitch to Windish, fouled straight back, and he used up the count, 1-1. Corner infield between Jeb and Matulia playing in just a tad, and middle between Patelli and Nishida playing back looking to turn 2 here. Campos on second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Windish, a chopper on the left side. Patelli will throw to first in time. Patelli stole a base hit away from Windish. And 1 away here in the first.
Great range from the Miami Hurricane shortstop. He was running really onto the trimmings of the outfield grass behind second base and still was able to make a 180 turn and throw. Good look from the middle infield so far from Hyannis tonight.
Moving to third on the fielder's choice is Campos, and sets up Max Anderson for a potential RBI opportunity here in the bottom of the first. Still no score here from Wareham, Massachusetts. Cotto's set at the waist. Kicks in, deals the first pitch, low, breaking ball. A 1-0 the count here to Anderson. Hitting .277 coming into tonight. The only Gateman hitter to have 2 or more hits last night. 1-0, popped up. Matulia drifting over, going to be a tough play, and no one's going to get there. And that looked like it touched the line, but first base umpire is saying that's a foul ball. I thought I saw a chalk.
It was a very, very close play right on that line, and for some reason, Nishida and Matulia, the 2 middle infielders, or the 2 infielders I should say, that went over to give chase to it, couldn't get there in time, and they let it drop. But almost like they tailed away because the right fielder Sirota called it off, and then he wasn't able to make the catch. But I'm like you, Alex, that was right on the line.
1-1 the count. We go to Max Anderson. Campos on third, 1 down in the bottom of the first. Cotto deals a breaking ball, cut out and miss. 1-2. Alan Roden on deck.
The rare changeup left up and out from Cotto.
Cotto's set. Kicks in, deals a 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball low and away, and that one is cut out and miss. Where his first strikeout of the night.
Now batting the right fielder from Creighton, number 30, Alan.
And that's exactly what you're going to get from a pitcher, Mag Cotto. Gives up the early damage, a leadoff double to Campos, and responds well. Gets a ground out from Windish and a strikeout from Anderson. Those 2 Gateman hitters both rank in the top 15 in the league's average.
Well, here's Alan Roden. Lefty-lefty matchup here with 2 away. Ryan Campos on third. Cotto deals the first pitch. Thought about going, did go around, and before he could hold up, he was already behind that fastball. Count 0-1. Alan Roden talked with our very own Claire Foley before the game about what the mindset was leading off for the first time. And like he said, he rarely has led off in his whole entire career. As Cotto deals an 0-1 pitch. You're outside, 1-1 the count, but I mean, Roden's a type of player that doesn't really seem to bother him too much.
Power hitting left-handed first baseman.
One ball, 1 strike on the lefty, Roden at the plate. Cotto set. A pitch low in the dirt. A good stop there by Corona. And 2-1 the count.
You even talked to certain scouts that have taken a look at Roden this season. A lot of projectability in his game for the next level.
Campos on third. 2 outs in the bottom of the first, no score. Alan Roden trying to change that right here. Cotto deals a 2-1 pitch, cut on and miss. High fastball. 2-2 the count.
When Cotto's in a tight spot, he has to go with what's most comfortable with him. And in his case, it's the fastball that's going to clock in the upper 90s.
Well, for a leadoff double by Campos, you would have thought that the Gateman would have worked the pitch count a little bit. He's only thrown about 15 pitches. The 2-2 pitch to Roden, fouled away. Got home, it's 2-2. It wasn't until the 9th inning of yesterday's ball game against Harwich that the Gatemen scored their first run, trying to do so here in the bottom of the first. Cotto deals a 2-2 pitch, popped up, drifting in, and now back is Jeb. Now calling everyone off is Flores, the left fielder for Hyannis, to make the play and end the inning. Well, the leadoff double by Campos comes on empty. No runs, one hit, no errors, and one man left after one inning of play. Still no score. And we go to the top of the second. Stay with us on the Gateman Radio Network.
We appreciate and thank the sponsors who support the Cape League and the 10 teams. Our corporate sponsors are the financial backbone of the league. It is with their support that we are able to preserve our long-standing tradition of providing the best family entertainment here on Cape Cod, free of charge. On behalf of the 9 other teams, the Wareham Gatemen, league officers, and the entire Cape League family, we would like to announce and thank our 2022 corporate sponsors. With much appreciation, we recognize the Yawkey Foundation, Gibson Sotheby's, Curry College, the 99 Restaurants, Coca-Cola Bottling of Cape Cod, Badger Sport, Zephyr Hats, Cape Cod 5 Cents Saving Bank, Milton Cat, Mosquito Marys, Massachusetts State Lottery. We will be back to you in the next inning for the second half of this outstanding list of loyal sponsors.
Top of the second we go. Still no score here from Wareham, Massachusetts. Alex Feuz, Cade Crenshaw, and Claire Foley with you. It's a hot summer night here from Wareham, but a perfect night for some Cape Cod baseball. As Manning finishes up his warm-up pitches, set to face Christian Moore, Dominic Patelli, and Tito Flores in the top half of the second.
You have to like what you saw from Manning in his first inning of the summer. Gave up a one-out single to Sirota, but that was really all she wrote. He racked up his first strikeout and attacked the zone and commanded his locations extremely well. I said it earlier on today, Alex. I told you I'm excited to see what Manning brings to the table tonight. So far, he delivered on that excitement in the first.
Oh, first pitch, a called strike to Christian Moore, DHing tonight. Pitch fouled away right off the leg of home plate umpire. How about that? Ronnie Campos just reached right into the pocket of home plate umpire to grab a baseball. He just did his job for him. I have never seen that before.
I think there's a couple things we've seen this season from both Campos and Peter Burns, the two primary catchers for this team majority of the season. Burke's just joining a couple days ago. We haven't seen much from him, but you and I just said last night about how Peter Burns, last time we were at Harwich, picked up some dirt and threw it on the cleats of one of his collegiate teammates when he was at the plate. Two really good personalities behind the dish this season for the Gateman.
Ryan Campos, a hard worker. Quickly 0-2, a breaking ball in there for called strike 3 to sit down Christian Moore. on a breaking ball, and that's his second strikeout tonight. And here's Dominic Patelli with one away.
Beautiful curveball in the outer half that simply froze Moore right in his shoes. A lot of late vertical break.
Manning kicks and deals the first pitch low and outside. 1-0 the count. Patelli hitting .253 this summer with 3 homers and 11 ribbies. 1-0 to the lefty. Patelli, a line drive, base hit up the middle, and that's Hyannis' second hit of the night. Now Patelli on first with 1 away. Here's Tito Flores.
Now batting the left fielder from Michigan, number 34, Tito Flores.
Flores' 25th game of the summer. .250 hitter with a pair of home runs.
Patelli with some speed on first. Manning gives him a look. Deals. Pitch fouled away. 0-1 the count. To Flores.
Some speed is the right answer there, Alex. 8 for 9 on the base pass this season for stolen bags is Patelli.
Manning set right at the shoulders, out of the stretch here. Ahead, 0-1. The pitch. High fly ball to center field. Diodati drifts in. Padilla back, and now Diodati makes the play. 2 away.
Not an easy grab for Diodati to make. He probably covered a good 100 feet from center field up closer to the second base bag on a sprint, and then he had to tail off late. I think the ball had a late tail to it, and just piercing it out of the air was Diodati to make that snag.
Oh, now 2 away. Here's Philip Matulia. 145 average on the summer. Manning gives a look over to Patelli, who goes, and the throw down the second base is going to be not in time. Well, a stolen base by Patelli, and that's their first of the night.
And 61st of the season. How about that number? Meanwhile, the Gatemen are 10th in the league with 10 total.
And only 8 stolen bases with players currently on the roster. Well, Manning's set with a runner in scoring position once again. The 1-0 pitch, breaking ball low. 2-0 the count. 2 away in the top of the second. No score. And Wareham. First pitch was at 5 o'clock with issues still with the lights here at Spillane Field. And now Patelli thinking about going again, but he'll have to go back on a foul ball by Matulia. And that's exactly what Hyannis did the last time we faced them in Hyannis. They stole 8 bags that night.
They're going to attack you with just little bleeder singles. And as the old saying goes, you know, those little blooper shots will just kill you as a pitcher. And the main reason Hyannis makes you pay for them is because of how aggressive they are on the base pass. They'll turn a single into what feels like an extra base hit in a hurry.
And it really throws off a pitcher who, if you're not really in a situation where you have to be worrying about the base pass, the curveball stays high. 3-1 the count. I mean, it makes you think. You have to worry about the base runners more so the batter. And that can really throw a pitcher off.
Especially for a guy in his first appearance of the summer on the Cape.
Now Manning set at the shoulders. Gives a look back to Patelli. And the 3-1 pitch. A deep drive to right. Roden back on the track at the wall. It is gone. Out of the ballpark. A 2-run shot by Matulia. And the Harbor Hawks take a 2-0 lead in the top of the second. And that's his second home run on the summer. And his 7th RBI as well.
Both home runs coming against the Gateman.
Fastball left on the outer half of the plate that Matuli, who had an incredible spring at Louisiana Tech, just crushed over the right center field fence.
It was a base hit up the middle.
Now batting the second baseman from Oregon, number 3.
Right, Patelli, that, like you said, Cade, a bleeder. Well, the stolen base doesn't matter. Oh, fastball. Missing high. Oh, 1-0 the count here to Nishida. Manning deals. Breaking ball low. Oh, 2-0 the count. Manning deals. Fastball. A called strike. 2-1 the count to Nishida. He's hitting 272 on the summer. The 2-1 pitch, breaking ball, line through, right into left field for a base hit. And that rolls over the top of the lineup for Mitch Jebb.
Now batting the third baseman from Michigan State.
With 3 hits in the last 4 batters, all with 2 outs. This Hyannis team is famous for their 2-out rallies. A breaking ball low. 1-0 the count to Jebb.
This is a team that is resilient. They never quit fighting at the plate. And that's what's given them such a turnaround season. Last year, 7 wins as a ball club. This season coming into tonight, 14.
A check back to first, but the pitch gets away from Anderson. Taking second and thinking about third, and he's going to third as Nishida, who will hold up and just walk slowly back to second base, who could have made it but didn't want to risk it. You never want to be the last out either at third or home in the game of baseball.
Bad look for Manning. He spiked the pickoff throw over to first. It was off the grass as well, so Anderson really had no way to pick it out because he was more so coming over his head by the time it got over to it.
And that's just the first pickoff attempt that Manning has had tonight, and it's not a good one for a running team. Well, Manning comes set at the shoulders, looking back at Nishida. He'll deal a 1-0 pitch. Hit in the left field, out of play. A 1-1 the count. Jebb grounded out to Padilla at second base to start this game off. Two nothing Hyannis here at the top of the second. Manning deals a 1-1 pitch, fastball called strike. 1-2 the count. Manning trying to get out of this 2-out rally that this Hyannis team has started. Phil Matulia, a 2-out, 2-run shot. 1-2 bounces in to Campos behind home. No advancement from Nishida. 2-2 the count. Manning eyeing Campos on. Now comes set at the shoulders, right above the letters. Who kicks and deals a 2-2 pitch. That one roped to right, base hit. Here comes Nishida, and the play of the play is going to be not in time. A ribby double for Mitch Jebb, and the Harbor Hawks take a 3-0 lead in the top of the second. Just beating out the throw is Nishida. That was a close play, closer than I thought it was going to be.
Great throw from Roden, and really that's a base hit that wouldn't usually score a runner from second base, but because of the speed of this team, we keep alluding to that point, that's how
That's their secret weapon in these games. Is you can't teach speed, but boy do they have it in the Hyannis dugout.
Manning deals pitch to Sirota. Grounder through Fabian into left field. Here comes Jeb, and the play is going to be not in time. It's another ribby single for Michael Sirota, and the Harbor Hawks now have scored 4 here in the top of the second. The 2-out rally continues. Home run, single, double, single. And here's Eddie Marco to try to settle down Timmy Manning. You would have thought that Manning would have easily got out of this inning. Struck out Christian Moore looking to start it. Then just a base hit up the middle by Patelli. And then a fly out by Flores. But then the inning just started to unravel.
Well, you said it earlier, Alex. This is a Harbor Hawks team that's no stranger to the 2-out rally. And since they picked up the second out in this inning, you've had Matulia with a 2-run homer, Nishida a base hit, Jeb an RBI double, and Sirota an RBI knock. This is a Harbor Hawks team that doesn't shy away from runners in scoring position with 2 outs.
"36 pitches thrown by Manning, and an inning and 2/3 pitched. Well, Sirota on first. He's 2 for 2 tonight in just a second inning. And he's going way before Manning could even throw down the pitch. The throw down to second base is going to be not in time. And a second stolen base of the night by Hyannis, and the second of this inning. And I would wager it won't be the last.
I never encourage gambling, but that's a bet you'd win.
1-0, fouled away. 1-1 the count. McConnell struck out swinging back in the first. The first strikeout victim by Manning. He has 2 tonight, but
Manning, a player for the Florida Gators who, throughout his 2 seasons there, had been more of a short inning guy. Was turned into a starter towards the end of their SEC schedule. His longest career outing is only 5 innings.
1-1. That one hit well, and it will get down, and Windich will play on a hop. Rounding third, coming home with Sirota. It's another base hit and an RBI, and Hyannis now has a 5-0 lead in the top of the second inning. Now 5 hits in a row, all coming with 2 outs. And here's Jorge Corona, the 9th hitter tonight in this inning.
Now batting the catcher from Louisiana Tech, number 25, Jorge Corona.
There is some movement in the Gateman pen. Now over 40 pitches thrown by Manning. It's an inning and 2/3 pitched. A check to first. 5-0 Hyannis in the top of the second inning. And all these 5 runs scored have come with 2 outs. Another throw to first base. McConnell will just take the 2 steps back to first. Who comes set? Corona grounded out back in the first. Runner goes. The throw down to second base is going to be not in time. The throw gets into center field. Rounding second and going to third. Standing up is McConnell. And that's their 3rd stolen base of the night and end the inning. Well, 1-0 the count here to Corona, and Manning just trying to keep this game where it is before it gets way out of hand.
To summarize this inning with 2 outs, 5 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors committed by the Gateman.
1-0, breaking ball, called strike. and 2 stolen bases. Manning set. A 1-1 pitch to Corona. Hit fouled on the third base side, and Manning ahead once again, 1-2. McConnell on third, 2 outs. In the top of the second, 5-0 Hyannis. Manning set at the shoulders. Who kicks in, deals a 1-2 pitch, breaking ball stays high. 2-2 the count. It's a 6th at bat of the summer from Corona here with Hyannis, 1 for 5. A 2-2 pitch to Corona, breaking ball, just outside. Oh, full count. No walks yet.
Next pitch will be number 45 for Manning tonight.
A payoff pitch, just high and outside, and that's his first walk of the night, and the Harbor Hawks have officially batted around in the top of the second inning. Christian Moore started this inning off with a strikeout looking.
And Manning started out strong, retiring 4 of the previous 5 batters he faced. But Alex, you look at the last little strand, he hasn't retired a batter in the last 6.
Well, here's Harvey Shapiro to make a call to the bullpen. We'll have more information on the new Gateman pitcher cutting into this game. Runners on the corners with 2 outs in the top of the second for Hyannis. They lead the Gateman 5-0. Stay with us on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
If you or a family member have been hurt at work, don't wait for the insurance company to discontinue your benefits or deny you medical treatment. Get an experienced workers' compensation attorney now before it's too late. The lawyers at Reedy, Kiernan, and McNally, LLP, have been practicing workers' compensation law for many years and are experts in the field of workers' compensation law. Having the advantage of retaining an attorney early on may make all the difference in your case. Know your rights. Be prepared and contact Reedy, Kiernan, and McNally, LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham and 2318 Acushnet Avenue in New Bedford. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website www.rkm-law.com. Continuing with our corporate sponsors, we also want to recognize and thank Franklin Sports, Cape Destinations, Sullivan Tire, Highline Cruises, Barnstable Bats, Sunderland Printing, Axis Bats, Cape Space, Christmas Tree Shops, UFOs, T-Mobile, Boston Better Business Bureau, Fairway Financial, Rogers Gray, and of course, thank you to Major League Baseball for over 50 years of support.
Still in the top of the second with 2 outs. Hyannis Harbor Hawks have runners on the corners as they lead 5-0 over the Wareham Gateman. The call to the bullpen has been made by Coach Shapiro to bring in the right-hander out of Texas in Travis Staley. Redshirt freshman standing at 6 foot, 198 pounds. He'll make his 3rd appearance of the summer. No decision record with 3 innings pitched. He's totaled 4 hits, 2 runs allowed, none of which have been earned though, with a pair of walks and 4 strikeouts. An ERA, of course, sitting at 0. A tough spot here, Alex, with men on the corners, already down by 5 runs.
Well, Travis Staley will try to stop the bleeding here early in this game. But as we say every night, in this type of ballpark, we've seen crazier games where it's so early and between these two teams in particular. The Gateman, I believe, at one point in time when we were at Hyannis, well, I think the Gateman had like a 7-1 lead, and the final score was 12-10. These two teams are known to have long, drawn-out battles on a ball field. Well, it's runners on the corners with 2 away. Travis Staley, as Cade mentioned, the new pitcher, a breaking ball in the dirt and 1-0 the count to Christian Moore. That started this inning. 9 batters to go. Five nothing Harbor Hawks in the top of the second. Staley set right above the belt. Gateman deals a 1-0 pitch to Moore outside. Now 2-0 the count. A 1-out base knock by Patelli, followed up by a fly out to Flores, and then 6 straight hits. That included a 2-run home run. 2-0, breaking ball. Fouled right off the back of Moore. 2-1 the count. Gateman fans cheering this team on, trying to get them out of this jam. Two 2-1 pitch. Cut out and miss. 2-2 the count. Two balls, 2 strikes on Christian Moore. Runners on the corners, 2 outs at the top of the second inning. Staley working to get out of this jam. Comes set right at the waist. Gateman deals a 2-2 pitch, fouled straight back and staying alive at the plate. Six hits, 5 of them coming with 2 outs. The home plate umpire asking for some baseballs here. We'll have close eyes if this score holds on the Falmouth game tonight.
You look at the standings overall, Wareham in 4th, Falmouth in 5th in the West. One of those two teams won't make the playoffs. The Gateman just 2 points ahead, which in theory, Falmouth could tie it with a Wareham loss and a Commodores win.
And both teams face off again tomorrow. The 2-2 pitch, that one roped right near the fence on the first base side, and that's right near our own Claire Foley. Just missing her. Who gives us a thumbs up and says she's okay. I know both you and I are glad that she's okay. She's a trooper, that's for sure. First and third, 2 outs at the top of the second. Staley eyeing Camposan now in agreement. Gateman deals a 2-2 pitch, cut out and miss. Staley gets out of it to end it, and the top of the second. 6 hits with 5 runs scored. We go to the bottom of the second. Stay with us on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
Mark Deshays has been practicing law in southeastern Massachusetts for over 30 years. His primary focus is on all aspects of real estate law, including residential and commercial real estate transactions, commercial leasing, land development, land use and zoning law, and land conservation matters. If you need representation, call now at 508-993-2300.
Serving southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island, Office Technology Group has been the area's source for advanced digital multifunctional copiers since 2009. Call Office Technology Group at 508-858-5825.
Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. Please remember to recycle your empty bottles, cans, and all other recyclable materials. It only takes 6 recycled plastic bottles to make a new baseball cap.
T-Mobile is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile believes that when small towns thrive, America thrives. That's why they're investing billions to bring fast, reliable, and affordable wireless service beyond the big cities to small towns across America. There's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit T-Mobile.com/acrossamerica to find out more.
Bottom of the second we go, 5-0 Harbor Hawks. The Gateman will send up Derek Fabian, Owen Diodati, and Blake Wright. Try to get something going now, trailing by 5.
Of course, not the early deficit the Gateman wanted to face, but all you can do is just try to tack away piece by piece as the game wanes on.
Fabian swings at the first pitch, hits it to right, but right at Sirota. 1 away here in the second. Here's Owen Diodati.
Batting the center fielder from Oregon, number 14, Owen Diodati.
Diodati went over 3, hit by a pitch on Thursday against Harwich. Pitch inside. 1-0 the count.
Interesting for me to see as well, Alex. How is Makoto affected on the bump? That was an extended outing that took quite a long time to get over. In the top of the second for the Gateman.
1-0. Fastball right on the corner. Diodati disagrees with it. 1-1 the count. Or you can make the argument, how will he respond having a 5-0 lead?
Any pitcher's okay to sit a while as long as he's got a 5-run cushion.
1-1. Breaking ball just off the plate. 2-1 the count. Diodati doesn't walk much, only 2 on the summer. A pitch low. 3-1 the count.
Kodo not much either, a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio.
He's 2 for 2 against left-handers this summer. Kodo deals a 3-1 pitch. Fastball cut on a miss. Full count. Nobody on, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the second, it's 5-0 Hyannis. The payoff pitch to Diodati fouled away. And we'll do the 3-2 once again. Outfield and infield playing straight away. The lefty as he time calls. You know, one question I want to ask you. How can you call time in a sport with no clock?
There's actually some changes in that in the college game.
Breaking ball outside. So Diodati works a walk. That's the first walk given up by Kodo tonight.
Yeah, earlier this morning, the NCAA, I believe it was proposal committee, came up with a set of rule changes for college baseball. The 2 main things I had to take away. 1, no celebratory props in dugouts next year. So, you know, no home run chain or crown, hat, anything like that. But in the second, it comes back to that time concept.
Kodo set. Fires a first pitch to Blake Wright outside. 1-0 the count.
It all centers around the action clock, which is a 20-second timer that the pitcher has to resume action, meaning throw the next pitch or throw a pickoff. Now, the change in that is they're going to limit how many times you can reset that clock each inning.
1-0 to right, breaking ball outside.
Each pitcher can only step off the rubber once per batter in each inning. And if the pitcher violates that 20-second clock, a ball is added to the count.
2-0 to right. Fly ball to right, drifting in as Sirota loses his hat, but able to make the play. Now 2 away.
Interesting, though, back to the point you were making. How can the hitter call time in a sport that doesn't have time? If the offensive player violates that 20-second clock too often, a strike can be added to their count. Those rules will be up for approval or denial, I believe, the second week of August.
Well, it's interesting. I mean, there's no umpire holding a stop clock, though, so it's all based, we really didn't see any drastic changes this past season. That one hit into right, drifting in is Sirota again, but it's going to drop right in front of him. A base hit for Padilla, and the Gateman have first and second with 2 away. Well, Wareham trying to put together their own 2-out rally to respond to the Hyannis' 5-run 2-out rally in the top half of this inning. And here's Devin Burks, the DH, and Major League Baseball, and not at the Major League level per se, but there is a 20-second pitch clock all throughout minor league baseball, and that's shaved about 20 to 25 minutes, give or take, to a game. Pitch outside, 1-0 the count. When time called, and Corona will jog out and have a conversation with Cotto. It's first and second with 2 away. Bottom half of the second inning. When the pitcher, and we haven't seen it really outside of the first week when the pitchers realize they didn't have to do it, but in college baseball they have to hold up the arm, or pitching arm, to reset this clock. It looks so little league. And that's one of the biggest complaints that the baseball purists have. It just doesn't look good. It looks, childish. That's not the game. There's some people. 1-0. Breaking ball. A called strike. Well, 1-1 the count.
Burks, his second game of the summer, went 1 for 3 in his debut a couple nights ago.
One ball, one strike here on Burks. Cotto set at the waist. Cotto deals the 1-1 pitch to Burks. Breaking ball inside. 2-1 the count. Ryan Campos on deck. He doubled to lead off this game in the bottom of the first. Gateman trail 5-0 in the bottom of the second. The 2-1 pitch to Burks. Grounded straight foul behind home. 2-2 the count. Wareham has had plenty of opportunities over the course of these last 3 games where they've lost 2 and tied once. With the bases loaded close to 5 times in that span. Cotto deals the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, cut on and miss to end it. We go to the top of the third. Still 5-0 Hyannis. Stay with us on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
Gateman Baseball is officially sponsored by Robertson's GMC, the truck professionals. Located just 2 miles away on Cranberry Highway, Robertson's GMC, we are professional grade, power like a pro.
Welcome back, and we'll set it down to our own Claire Foley on the sidelines. Claire?
Thanks, guys. Yes, some of our friends from the Woo Sox have joined us tonight, including their mascot, Smiley Ball. They joined us for a special pregame ceremony and now have a tent set up with some team swag. And the Woo Sox always put on a fun night down at Polar Park. And in just a few weeks, Wareham will be getting in on the action. The Gateman will take on the Bourne Braves on July 25th for a 6:45 first pitch. And as fans know, between the matchups we've seen between the Gateman and the Bourne Braves, it's sure to be a competitive night of baseball, but there will be some activities and live music mixed in too. So make sure you go to gateman.org to get your tickets for just $10. Guys?
Well, it's going to be an exciting night for sure at Polar Park and a brand new ballpark as well. I'm excited. I've heard great things about that ballpark. I heard they've done everything right to make it feel like a major league atmosphere.
You just have to hope that Bourne and Wareham in a place as nice as that doesn't tie for the 4th time this season by a score of 2-2. Those two have played 27 innings and are still tied at 2.
Now, top of the third, it will be Patelli, Flores, and Motulia due up to face Staley for the first time tonight. First pitch, cut on a miss. Breaking ball in there for... No one won the count out of Patelli, who singled and scored in the second. A 5-run, 2-out rally for Hyannis. They still lead at 5-0 here in the third. 0-1, breaking ball in the dirt. 1-1 the count. Harvey Shapiro called on Travis Staley to get out of it with runners on the corners and 2 away, and did so after facing just 1 batter. That one missing low, now 2-1 the count. Staley deals a 2-1 pitch. Fought off. Hit out of play on the third base side. 2-2 the count. Final line on Timmy Manning. An inning and 2/3, 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts after facing 13 batters. A 2-2 pitch in the dirt, now a full count to Patelli.
Not the start Manning was looking for, but it was also his first appearance on the Cape this summer. Expect him to settle in well and be a big part of this rotation across the final 2 weeks of the season.
This is a tough Harbor Hawks team as the breaking ball cut on and miss. That's Patelli's first strikeout of the night, but second of the night by Staley.
Back-to-back from the Texas right-hander.
Finally retiring Patelli through 3 innings. And here's Tito Flores. He flew out to Diodati in center. Back in the second. Fastball up high. 1-0 the count. I've always been intrigued by rule changes, to go back on the conversation from the previous inning in the game of baseball, because you can say the goalposts, quote unquote, have been moved so much in baseball as that one hit to center as well. Diodati makes a track over to his left side to make the play. Oh, 2 quick outs here in the third. But you never see so many rule changes in other sports like you do in baseball. They have to do with the pace of play.
And I think it's simply the fact that this is the sport that doesn't have time. That's what started all this conversation between us, right? Is there is no clock for the game of baseball. It just goes on its own pace. And we've seen games with the Gateman range up to 3 hours and 55 minutes tonight. But last night, just 2.5 hours. You never know how long you're going to be at a baseball game. I understand the pace of play for some folks. To me, it's never been an issue.
Sealy deals a pitch, cut on a miss by Matulia. Started the 2-out rally with a 2-run home run. And that broke open that 5-run spot back in the top of the second. Well, Staley deals the 0-1 pitch, low, 1-1 the count. And we don't want to badger you over the head with talking about pace of play because I feel like that's what everyone talks about in baseball broadcasts these days. The games are too slow, boring, whatever. No, I mean, you have to mention it, I think, but it should be interesting to see what baseball does to try to, quote-unquote, speed up the game. Is that one in there for a strike-breaking ball? But if you're a true baseball fan, I don't think you go to a baseball game, you want to see a full game. There's college football games that go longer than baseball games at times. One-two pitch, just high. 1-2 into the count.
I also think you're targeting two different audiences there between maybe a college football game and your regular baseball fan. Because I think your baseball purists, they don't mind it at all. Whereas like a college football game, it's constant action. You know, you have the moment leading up to the play. A lot of people don't see that here in the game of baseball, but it's there. You lead up to every pitch. You hang on the edge of every single call at the plate and just wait for the power swing to break through in a big-time moment.
The other pitching also missing, I think, by the casual fans. A 2-2 pitch, cut on and miss. That's his third of the night to work a 1-2-3 inning. Here in the third. We go to the bottom of the third. It's still a 5-0 Hyannis lead. Stay with us on the Gateman Radio Network.
Summer is here, and we are finally back to enjoying all our favorite outdoor activities. As temperatures rise, so does the risk for unexpected injuries. South Coast Health Urgent Care Centers are open, safe, and here to provide the care you need when you need it. Our 7 locations are open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. Walk-ins are welcome, and having a South Coast Health physician is not required. Visit southcoast.org/urgent care to check wait times and reserve your spot today.
Reed Custom Soils is New England's leading provider of lightweight planting soil for green roof installations and is the exclusive New England supplier of stabilized stone dust. Reed Custom Soils services over 300 golf courses and provides unique blends to fit your needs, all by experienced precision blenders. To learn more about how Reed Custom Soils can serve you, call toll-free 1-800-924-5335 or head to reedcustomsoils.com.
Top of the lineup due up here at the bottom of the third. It's Alex Feuz, Cade Crenshaw, and Claire Foley with you. And it's 5-0 Hyannis, though. The Gateman trying to get something going with their leadoff guy, and Ryan Campos. Started off this game with a double.
One of just 2 hits of the Gateman through the first 2 innings of work.
Cotto back on the mound for his 3rd inning of work. Campos shows bunt, pulls back. 1-0 the count. Campos had Thursday night off. A 1-0. Breaking ball called strike. 1-1 the count.
Gateman as a ball club hitting just 200 against left-handers this season, compared to the overall team average of 229 against righties, 248.
1-1, missing inside. Now 2-1 the count to Campos. Only one walk given up from Cotto tonight. Cotto covers the face with a glove, who kicks and deals a 2-1 pitch way inside, almost putting Campos to the ground in defense. 3-1 the count. Three balls, one strike to Campos. Oh, that one stays high. Well, that's the second walk of the night. Campos, second time reaching base.
Now batting the left fielder from North Carolina Greensboro, number 18.
If Cotto's fastball isn't locating, continue letting him miss. You're not going to want to give in to a guy who leans 80% fastball, so he's having trouble locating it here in the third. See how long you can let that train ride. Work your way through into some counts against Cotto. The Gatemen have not had many long counts so far tonight.
And here's Hogan Windish, 0-for-1 tonight. Looks at a breaking ball low.
One thing both you and I said before the game, Alex, was what's the keys to tonight's game? Productive at-bats and patience at the plate for this Gateman offense. Too many first pitch swings last night at Harwich.
Cotto's only thrown 37 pitches and 2 innings pitched. That one low. 2-0 the count, and that's what you're looking for from a veteran presence. And now the pitching coach from Hyannis will go out to have a conversation with a lefty Cotto on the mound, who for the first time is really losing his command.
80% fastball guy. He mixes in a changeup and a curve occasionally, but when he's feeling uncomfortable, he's going to go back to that fastball. And right now, his most comfortable pitch isn't locating.
Over for last night for Windish. Well, he's recorded at least one hit in 21 of the 28 games he's appeared in for the Gatemen this summer.
An all-star candidate with those rosters being announced this weekend.
The all-star game next week. Can you believe that?
You can get tickets online, gateman.org. Home Run Derby, player autographs. It's going to be a great night. And Alex, we're expecting nearly 8,000 people to fill up Spillane Field that evening.
I hear they're just here to see you.
I don't know what they're here to see.
Oh, Campos on first. Nobody out in the bottom of the third. Gateman trail by 5. Cotto's set at the waist. Deals a 2-0 pitch. Just low. And now 3-0 the count to Windish. Does he have the green light here?
I think he does, because you know what pitch Cotto's going to go with. It's going to be a fastball, and he has to find the zone with it, which is great news for a hitter at the plate to know fastball's coming over the heart of the dish.
Just in there on the outside part of the plate. Windish held up. 3-1 the count. I think Windish would have swung there if the previous batter in Campos didn't walk. The 3-0 count where the command starting to go. The 3-1, the grounded foul down the third base side. Right near Harvey Shapiro, who just gets out of harm's way for a tad. Last night we saw Harvey Shapiro try to make a play at third base. Harvey Shapiro, the teammates of the players love him. A lot of respect for him. Oh, pitch right in the inside. All right, to Windish. Oh, he works a walk, back-to-back walks now, and that's Coto's third walk tonight.
Now batting the first baseman from Nebraska, number 15, Max Anderson.
And now first and second with nobody out for who's been really the most consistent hitter as of late for the Gateman and Max Anderson.
The only multi-hit game last night for the Gateman, 2 for 4 evening for Max. Average ranks 14th in the Cape League. 277 hitter.
Cotto deals the first pitch swinging line drive, base hit into right. Harvey Shapiro is going to hold Campos up at third, and now the Gatemen have the bases loaded with nobody out in the bottom of the third for Alan Roden at the plate. And get this, Cade, the tying run on deck for the Gatemen.
A lead that at one point seemed as tall as Everest overcome. Some of the Gatemen are right in the spot they're looking for. You just needed Cotto to show a sign of weakness, and that sign of weakness for him isn't finding barrels, it's missing his spots with his fastball. The Gatemen have now drawn 2 walks and laid down a base hit to juice him up for Alan Roden.
Roden flew out to left in the first. Be Coden versus Roden. Bases loaded, nobody out in the bottom of the third. First pitch taken outside, 1-0 the count. And now some throwing begins in the Harbor Hawks pen in a hurry. No one has thrown ever since. The Gateman offense hitting .231 with their bases loaded. 1-0. Fastball right down the middle, 1-1 the count.
Only grand slam this season hit by Ryan Campos.
The batting average has come down. At one point, it was over 300. But the Gatemen have left the bases loaded 5 times over the last 3 games. 1-1 to Roden. Breaking ball off outside. 2-1 the count. Campos on third, Windish on second, and Max Anderson on first. Nobody out in the bottom of the third with Alan Roden at the plate. Cotto set at the shoulders, kicks in, deals a 2-1 pitch, hit the other way out of play, and count now 2-2. Cotto, now time called by Roden. You know what these games remind me of, Cade?
What's that?
Yankee Red Sox Sunday Night Baseball. I feel like that's what kind of game we have every single time these teams face off.
They just last forever.
Last forever, a lot of offense. The 2-2 pitch now when a broken bat liner over to third. The throw home is going to be not in time. Campos beat out the throw home, and everyone is safe. Out at third base, excuse me. Well, it's a base hit and an RBI for Alan Roden. Hogan Windish out at third. But the important thing, Ryan Campos does score, and now it's first and second with 1 away. In the bottom of the third as the Gatemen now trail by 4.
The ground ball went right to Jeb at third base, and really as he was collecting it, I'm not even sure if he intended to step on the third base bat to get the force out of Windish, but he got it indeed, and that was nearly a double play, but the Gatemen are finally on the scoreboard.
Well, here's Derek Fabian. First and second, 1 away. Breaking ball called strike, and now Fabian behind 0-2. gave an error to Jeb on the play. Oh, no RBI from Roden. The 0-2 pitch, that one line, but right at Matula, who will step to first, not in time. 2 away. A great job by Anderson, who got back safely before it could have been a line out and a step on the first base bag to get Anderson to end the inning.
I'm not really sure where that error comes into play. I think that's an RBI for Roden.
I agree with you. Now here's Owen Diodati, who walked back into second. First and second, 2 away. Breaking ball, called strike. 0-1 the count. I really don't think there should be any error on that play. 0-1, breaking ball, cut on a miss, and Cotto ahead, 0-2. Well, at one point, the Gateman had the bases loaded and nobody out but Cotto, doing everything he can to get back his command, and he's done so as well as he could. Ahead of Diodati, now 0-2 with 2 outs, with first and second, and only 1 run allowed this inning. A breaking ball just outside. Cotto thought that was called strike 3. We're counting now 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes on the lefty Diodati at the plate. Gateman trail by 4. Cotto deals a 1-2 pitch, fastball cut on and miss to end it here in the third, but the Gatemen get 1. We go to the top of the 4th. It's a 5-1 Hyannis lead. Stay with us on the Gateman Broadcast Network. Top of the fourth inning here in Wareham, Massachusetts. Alex Feuz, Cade Crenshaw, and Claire Foley with you. It'll be Nishida, Jeb, and Sirota due up here in the 4th. Gateman got 1, but they had the bases loaded and nobody out as Nishida takes a breaking ball low. Oh, what another count. Gateman had the bases loaded and nobody out and only able to score 1. The base is loaded. Struggles continue for Wareham as the pitch. Breaking ball, called strike. And 1-1 the count to Nishida. Nishida singled back in the second. Part of that 2-out rally that scored 5 runs for this Harbor Hawks team. They've also out-hit the game in 7-3 so far. 3 innings played. Breaking ball, called strike again, and Nishida behind 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes on Nishida. Chokes up and foul that one right back to us. Count holds 1-2. Breaking ball, just low, 2-2 the count. Two balls, 2 strikes. Lefty Nishida. He's been a thorn in the side of the Gateman pitching staff all summer long.
It really reminds you of a slap hitter you'd see in softball. Steps up really in the front of the box, chokes up on the bat.
2-2, slapped out of play. Cade mentioned. He's a pure contact hitter. Looks for base hits.
His main goal a lot of the times is, let me spike this on the infield grass and then just use my speed to get up the first baseline. Just a 5'6" frame. You see him squatting in the box. Very unconventional player.
Oh, breaking ball in there. Inside. I think Nishida thought that was a called strike 3, and
he did. He dropped the bat, was walking back towards the dugout. Then when he didn't hear that strike 3 call from a home plate umpire, he just acted like, oh, I'm just taking a stroll around the backstop here.
Well, full count now on Nishida. Nobody on, nobody out, and the top of the 4th. A 3-2 pitch, way inside, and Nishida works a leadoff walk. That's the first walk of the night from Staley. Came in relief for Manning. Now, how about this? Manning went an inning and 2/3, 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Staley has gone an inning and 1/3, no hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts.
Definitely not the start that Manning was looking for, but Staley's giving Wareham some much-needed stability to allow the offense to catch up with the deficit, though.
And an arm that can go some distance to save the bullpen if needed. A time called at the plate by Jeb. Grounded out in the first and doubled and scored in the second. Check to first. Nishida gets back in time. Rarely do the Gatemen check Nishida on the base pass, but doing so now already has a stolen base tonight. Nishida goes, a throw down. Well, it's going to be a hit and run situation. That one hit well to left field. It's going to get down and go all the way to the wall. Rounding third, coming home is going to be Nishida. Looking for a triple is Jeb, and he's there safely. A ribby triple by Mitch Jeb, and Hyannis takes a 6-1 lead in the top of the 4th.
You can put Mitch Jeb on cycle watch. Now a pair of RBIs to go along with a double and a triple for the Michigan State Spartan. The Gatemen give up a triple tonight, something they haven't done themselves offensively all season.
Here's Sirota, 2 for 2 with 2 base knocks and a run scored with a stolen base. Jeb on third. Still no outs here in the fourth. Third fastball high. 1-0 the count. No movement in the Gateman pen. This is Staley's game right here. A 1-0 pitch, low, 2-0 the count. It's a good thing we got those lights fixed.
There's no way this game could be completed after 5.5 innings based on this pace of play.
A 2-0, a foul, straight back, 2-0 on the count. Infield coming in here with Jeb on third and still no outs here in the top of the fourth inning. It's a 6-1 Hyannis lead. Two-one pitch, hit into left. Ranging in is Windish. There to make the play. Tagging is Jeb. The play at the plate is going to be not in time. A sac fly and an RBI for Sirota. And Hyannis now takes a 7-1 lead here in the fourth.
Now batting center fielder from Louisiana Tech, number 32, Cole McConnell.
Well, here's Cole McConnell. Struck out in the first and singled in the second. One away here on the top of the fourth inning. 7-1 Hyannis. Breaking ball low. 1-0 the count. One-0 pitch, breaking ball, called strike. Two runs have scored here in the fourth, and Staley just trying to get settled back down after working a 1-2-3 inning back in the third. 1-1 pitch, hit into center, drifting over is Diodati, and make the play. Well, 2 down. Well, back-to-back fly balls for outs. Now here is Jorge Corona. 0 for 1 with a walk tonight.
Now batting the catcher from Louisiana Tech, number 25, Jorge Corona.
Last batter in the order to face Staley.
Pitch, a called strike. 1 the count. Corona just joining this Hyannis team just a few days ago. You know how special it must be to come to the Cape as a player. That one grounded over to Padilla, who throws over to Anderson in time to end the inning. Well, 2 runs scored to give Hyannis a 7-1 lead. We go to the bottom of the fourth here on the Gateman Broadcast Network. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. bottom of the fourth here from Spillane Field. It will be Blake Wright, Brian Padilla, and Devin Burks due up. The Gateman trail by 6. Cotto deals. First pitch, line drive, base hit into center field for Blake Wright. Starts off the inning. They get this Gateman offense going once again. And here's Brian Padilla. Single to right in the second. Right on first. Nobody out in the bottom of the fourth inning. Popped him up in foul territory. Drifting over is Corona, who calls off Matulia to make the play and one away.
Now batting the designated hitter from Kentucky, number 35, Devin Burks.
Pair of collegiate teammates facing off.
Burks, the designated hitter tonight for Wareham. Struck out in the second. Right on first. Went out with pitch, cut on a miss. Only won the count. (7-1) Hyannis here in the fourth inning. Cotto set right above the belt. 0-1 pitch to Burks, and check back to first, but Wright gets back in time. A heads-up play. But Wright will have to get dirty. Sliding back to first base safely, though. The 1-1 pitch to Burks, grounded over to third. Jeb throws to second. Nishida on to first in time. It's a 5-4-3 double play to end it as we go to the top of the fifth. Still a 7-1 Hyannis lead. Stay with us on the Gateman Broadcast Network. Final line for Cotto. 4 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, none earned. 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. Facing 18 batters. Keeping this Gateman offense to just 4 hits and 1 run. That'll be Campos, Windish, and Anderson due up here in the bottom of the fifth. Gateman trail by 6. A work deals. Fastball called strike to Campos. O'Rourke kicks and deals. 0-1 breaking ball called strike. Now ahead, 0-2. (0-2) to Campos. O'Rourke now time called by Campos as O'Rourke was in the midst of a windup. Pitch low. 1-2 the count. O'Rourke covers his face with the glove. Now kicks and fires a 1-2 pitch. Grounded foul. 1-2 the count. I mean, Cade, you know Cotto pretty well. What was your takeaway from tonight?
Well, the fastball location started to slip away late, and that's what really got him into trouble back in the fourth when the Gateman were able to bring across a run. But, he's a guy who leans so much on that fastball.
1-2. Chopper over to third. Jeb can't make the throw, and Campos will beat it out for an infield base hit. That's their 5th hit of the night.
But for a pitcher who leans so much on their fastball, 80 to 85% of the time, when the location slips away from your comfort pitch, it's going to rattle a pitcher, and that's exactly what it looked like happened to Cotto. He saw it was struggling to locate in the first 2 batters, and then it continued on into the inning when the Gatemen were able to square up a few.
Campos on first with nobody out for Hogan Windish. A pitch, breaking ball low. 1-0 the count. Windish walked back in the third. He's been a more patient hitter at the plate as of late. Runner goes. A pitch cut on a miss. A throw down the second base is going to be in time to get Campos 1 down here in the 5th. Well, the Gateman tried to get their 11th stolen base out in the summer. They couldn't get it done. A pitch, breaking ball, cut on a miss. Count now 1-2 on Windish. Nobody on, 1 away. The 1-2 pitch to Windish, breaking ball, cut on and missed. 2 down. First strikeout for O'Rourke. Send down Windish.
Now batting the first baseman.
With 2 away, here's Max Anderson. First pitch, missed inside, got away from Corona. 1-0 the count. Anderson and a line drive base knock to right field back in the third. 1-0 to Anderson. Fastball high. 2-0 the count. Two-0 pitch, cut on and missed, 2-1 the count. Two balls, 1 strike here on Anderson. Breaking ball outside. Now 3-1 the count. A slow-moving game approaching the 2-hour mark. The 3-1 pitch, a grounder over to Patelli. Makes a long throw to first in time to end the inning. We go to the top of the 6th. Still a 7-1 Hyannis lead here on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be a long-standing supporter of the Cape Cod Baseball League and its contribution to the local economy as a treasured summer attraction. Cape Cod 5 is a community bank serving customers throughout Cape Cod, the islands, and southeastern Massachusetts. Founded in 1855, the bank's mission is to enrich the lives of those it serves while contributing to the health and vitality of its communities. Cape Cod 5 provides a full range of banking solutions, including personal and business banking, residential mortgages, investment management, and trust services. Tom and Jean Yockey were passionate about the game of baseball. Over their 7 decades as owners of the Boston Red Sox, the Yockeys greatly invested in youth and amateur athletics in our community. They recognized the important skills baseball can bring to players both on and off the field: cooperation, respect, teamwork, friendships, and confidence. The Yawkey Foundation has been proud to support the Cape League for more than 25 years.
The law firm of Lang Exifaris and Bullard, providing families and businesses in the greater New Bedford community with legal services for 40 years. We look forward to serving you. For an appointment, call 508-992-1270. We invite you to learn more about the law firm of Lang, Exifaris and Bullard by visiting our website, lxblaw.com.
It'll be Matulia, Nishida, and Jeb due up. It's the top of the 6th inning here in Spillane Field. 7-1 Hyannis. Staley deals a breaking ball in the dirt. Oh, 1-0 count. We're talking about ballpark food in between innings, Cade. 1-0, breaking ball low and inside. What's your go-to ballpark foods? I know you have an interesting diet, but what's your go-to?
Now let's backtrack it a little bit there. We're not just going to graze over the interesting diet comment.
Well, we've talked about this plenty of times. Everyone knows that you eat strange things. The 2-0.
I don't eat strange things.
Well, I'm sorry, you don't eat strange things to you. 3-0. So what's your go-to?
Probably chicken tenders and fries. That's the go-to ballpark
If it
food.
wasn't on the menu, what would you have?
Hot dog.
What do you put on a hot dog?
Ketchup only.
No mustard.
No mustard. Absolutely no.
Oh, breaking ball. College strike. Now 3-1 the count to Jeb. Oh, no. It's Matulia. Oh, pitch ground foul. Oh, full count to Matulia. He's the one that hit the 2-run home run back in the 2nd inning. And only ketchup.
Occasionally mayonnaise as well.
Mayonnaise on a hot dog? No. Absolutely not. That's disgusting. 3-2, cut out and miss. High fastball. 1 away.
Mayonnaise is not that bad. On a hot dog, not bad at all.
No, that sounds brutal.
Now, my favorite thing is just a chili dog. Like, no hot dog weenie in the middle. Just chili. Like chili in a bun. Little mayonnaise inside, ketchup over the top.
With chili? Mayonnaise and chili?
100%.
I met someone that puts peanut butter on hot dogs.
Now, that's very strange. That's just out of left field. I draw the line there. I'm also not a big peanut butter fan.
Are you allergic?
No.
On the sheet of makes a breaking ball, called strike, 0-1 the count.
A little invasive question, but yeah, I'll answer it. No, I'm not allergic to peanut butter.
How's that invasive? We're talking about food.
It's my medical records, man. I kid.
0-1 pitch into the sheet of breaking ball just outside. 1-1 the count.
Now, thankfully, I only have one allergy, and it's turkey. I can't eat turkey meat.
I've tried to give Cade turkey plenty of times this summer. Hasn't worked out just yet.
All of the sandwiches have been labeled ham.
1-1. Grounder over to Padilla. Make the backstop over to first. Not in time. The ball gets away from Anderson. Couldn't pick it. She just slips up just a tad. But he'll be safe. We'll see how they rule it. It'll be an error on the throw.
Third error tonight for the Gateman.
Now Nishida on first with one away. Would you ever try a lobster roll?
No.
Really?
No. Not a fan of seafood.
Yeah, but isn't there one seafood you like?
Popcorn shrimp.
I'm calling a game with a 3-year-old. Check back to first.
But
Sheeta
for
gets
me,
back in time.
I grew up 4.5 hours from the closest coastline, so I did not grow up around seafood.
So? You're now 2 minutes away from the ocean.
Yeah.
Which I found out very closely on this past off day. 1-1. Pitch almost got away from Campos. I almost tasted the salt water in my mouth.
We've got to tell that story, right?
No.
Oh,
we're not telling that story.
Oh, we have to now.
No.
You threw out the 3-year-old comment.
Well, you're not sharing that story on air.
Let's just say Alex went swimming when he didn't intend to go swimming.
Check back to first. All I will say is a salt taffy here on the Cape is great. I tasted salt water in my mouth for a couple days.
Smelled like it, too. Did you shower after that?
After what? There was nothing happened. I shower every day.
Yeah, you did your best Michael Phelps in the Atlantic.
1-0 pitch. Nishida goes. A throw down to second base is going to be not in time. Nishida, another stolen bag tonight. He's on second with one away. Here in the 6th.
So it's a very windy day, and Alex and our host dad, Mike, were heading out on the water because we were all going to go for a sailing trip. So Alex and Mike head out on the dinghy, which is the small boat that you travel out to the larger boat in, and they realize the water's just too choppy, right? Not going to be good enough for sailing. Let's turn around and bring it back. Well, on the return trip, as Alex was trying to get out of the smaller boat, balance became an issue with the boat beginning to drift away from the dock, and Alex not realizing he should move with the boat instead of trying to hold on to the dock. Therefore, we had a great little seesaw effect. Boom! Up and into the water they both went. Everyone's okay, though, which is great.
Life preservers work, folks. The 2-1. Breaking ball low. Now 3-1 the count.
That was one of those instances where, the life vests were some of those that inflate once you hit the water. So at least you know they worked.
Well, Nishida on second. 1 out. Here in the 6th, and both Mike and I, of course, we were safe and everything was fine. We laugh about it now, but both of our phones were in our pockets at that time. Good thing both phones okay.
Stuck it in a bowl of rice, though.
That's right. 3-1. Breaking ball low. So a walk to Jeb, and now Hyannis has first and second with one away. Not one of my proudest moments, and Mike Chaplin spent 30 years in the Navy, Coast Guard, and Red Cross. And that was, unfortunately, the first time he didn't intend to go into the water.
Hey, it's like I told you that day. You have Mike spending 30 years captaining boats in the Coast Guard. He was with you for 30 minutes, and you put him in the water. The best part was seeing you walk back into our home as I sit in the living room, and you're laughing about it, but you're soaking wet wearing cargo shorts and a Hawaiian shirt covered in Kansas City Royal logos. That's what sold it the most.
Wet hair on both of us.
It wasn't a fun day.
It was unpredictable. Oh, a mountain visit here. I try to settle Staley down. It's first and second with one away.
So did you just not think you should step back in the boat as it's like moving away? Like, what was that thought process like? Like, what in your mind was, I'm going to hold on to the dock instead of getting back into the structure underneath my feet?
Well, in my defense, it all happened so quick, and I was trying to ask, the captain behind me what I should do, and he just said, try to settle down, and before he could finish his sentence, we were both in the water.
We still have to check and see if that marina had security cameras.
One pitch high. Oh, first and second, one away. Yeah, that was an eventful day off, that's for sure. Well, Staley now steps off.
The more I think about it, too, Alex, I even asked you earlier that afternoon, should we take our bathing suits with us on the boat? Are we going to swim any? And you responded quite quickly, no, I don't actually have a bathing suit here with me.
And I don't plan on going swimming, but...
Well, turns out you had one. It's cargo khaki shorts and a Hawaiian Kansas City Royals shirt.
1-0 low. 2-0 the count here to Sorota.
I guarantee you, when they gave away those Hawaiian shirts at that Royals game, it was a stadium giveaway, they never thought they would be worn in the water.
No, they did not. And neither did I. You live and you learn. That's a great story, though. 2-0 pitch. Check swing, foul ball right behind home. Count now 2-1. I'm just glad it was really one of the hottest days of the summer and the water wasn't too cold.
So did you have a nice cool off there for your brief moment in the water? How long did you stay in the water before you got back out?
It was a good probably 5 minutes.
And your phone still worked?
No. Well, I as soon as I hit the water, we're right at the dock, so I realized, oh crap, my phone's still in here, so I just threw it right on the dock. 2 balls, 1 strike. A pitch, a deep drive to left. Back is Winnish on the track at the wall. It is gone into the parking lot here in Wareham. 3-run score, and it's now a 10-1 Hyannis lead here in the 6th. First home run given up by Staley. And first home run of the summer for Sorota. Now 10-1 Harbor Hawks here in the 5th. And here's Harvey Shapiro to walk out and take the ball from Staley. We'll take a quick break here on the broadcast network. It's 10-1 Hyannis with 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Stay with us on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
Finding a good personal injury attorney is very difficult. If you or your family member have been involved in an accident, hurt at work, suffered a slip and fall, or have been injured due to negligence of someone else, contact the lawyers at Reedy, Kiernan, and McNally, LLP today. They are experienced trial attorneys who practice in all of the courts in the Commonwealth. The firm has been recognized by Best Lawyers in America for outstanding legal representation. Contact Reedy, Kiernan, and McNally, LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham and 2318 Acushnet Avenue in New Bedford. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website www.rkm-law.com.
Looking for your dream home on the Cape? Gibson Sotheby's International Realty's dedicated team of real estate professionals are ready to make your dream a reality. Don't just look for a place, discover a home. Each office is independently owned and operated. Sotheby's International Realty is a registered trademark.
Earn a bachelor's or master's degree, complete a certificate, or take a single course through the Division of Continuing Education and Graduate Studies at Curry College. In-person and online classes run days, evenings, and weekends in Milton and Plymouth. To learn more about programs in accounting, business, criminal justice, education, nursing, and more, visit curry.edu.
Beat the heat and join us at Waterways, a water experience unlike any other this side of the bridge. Open daily, head over to the water park on Route 28, the Cranberry Highway.
Local craft beer, great food, games, outdoor beer garden, and live music. That's all at Stone Path Malt. Better malt, better beer. Conveniently located across from Wareham Crossing in the West Wareham Industrial Park. Check them out.
Oh, welcome back. New pitcher on the mound is Bobby Alcock in relief here with only one down in the sixth. It was a 3-run home run by Michael Sirota. "10-1 Hyannis now. Alcock making his 6th appearance of the summer. Oh, breaking ball, call it strike. Alcock has thrown 9 2/3, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned with 6 walks and 5 Ks, as a .372 earned run average this summer. 0-1 pitch, high pop up out of play. And McConnell behind, 0-2 now. Alcock deals the 0-2 pitch, cut on a miss. Campos gathers it, throws down to first base in time, 2 away. "10-1 Hyannis here in the 6th. And here's Jorge Corona. Corona. Oh, pitch. Oh, well, 1 another count. Nobody on, 2 away. It's a 10-1 Hyannis lead. A pitch fouled away. 1-1 the count. Pitch, line drive, but drop right in front of Windish. 2-out base knock for Corona. And now that brings up Christian Moore.
Alcock, a Lynn, Massachusetts native, then goes down to Gardner-Webb in North Carolina, the Runnin' Bulldogs. Actually just got a logo remake.
Oh, Corona on first. 2 away. Alcock deals breaking ball for a called strike. We're 0 for 2 tonight with 2 strikeouts. Oh, 1. Breaking ball high. Strike swing down to first base. First base umpire held up. He held up. Alcock comes set right above the waist. A 1-1 pitch to Moore. Breaking ball outside. 2-1 the count. Alcock set. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball stays high. 2-1 the count. Gateman being now hit 10-5 tonight. A 3-1 pitch. Breaking ball called strike. Count now full. Infield holding Corona on at first. The rest of them playing back, looking for an out anywhere to get out of the inning. It was a 3-run home run from Michael Siriota that broke this one wide open, giving Hyannis a 9-run lead. Breaking ball cut on and miss. High fastball and the inning. Second strikeout from Alcock to end it. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's a 10-1 Hyannis lead. Stay with us on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
The law firm of Lang, X Cars.
Joanne Stevenson with Berkshire Hathaway and Robert Paul Properties brings over 21 years of real estate experience to the South Shore and Cape Cod area. The Robert Paul Properties team not only specializes in coastal luxury properties, but proudly serves our veterans in their home search or sell process. Joanne Stevenson is your local homegrown agent who knows the area and knows the market. Call Joanne Stevenson with Robert Paul Properties for all your real estate needs. Located at 155 Front Street in Marion. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's back! The 2022 Cape Cod Baseball League All-Star Game, presented by Milton Cat and hosted by the Wareham Gateman, is back after a 2-year hiatus. The game will be played at Spillane Field, home of the Gateman, on Saturday, July 23rd, 2022, at 7 Viking Drive, Wareham, Massachusetts. Gates open at 2 p.m., autograph sessions from 2:40 to 4:50 p.m., the home run hitting contest at 5 p.m., and game time is set for 6:05 p.m. For your safety, no coolers, backpacks, or other large bags of any kind will be allowed into the game. There will be several different concessions available for food, drinks, and other delights. Tickets are $5 per person and are on sale today at the concession stand or online at www.gateman.org. We look forward to seeing you all there.
Bottom of the 6th, be Roden, Fabian, and Diodati due up. They trail by 9. Breaking ball from O'Rourke. Called strike. And he's come out of the pen and done his job. 10 strikes, 5 balls. Picking up right where Cotto left off. 0-1 pitch, grounded over to Nishida as second, who will field it over to first to Motulia in time. 1 away.
Now batting the third baseman from Florida, number 37, Derek Fabian.
Here's Fabian, 0 for 2 tonight. Fly out in a lineup. ball, low. Oh, 1-0 the count. O'Rourke comes set right at the shoulders, kicks and deals a 1-0 pitch to Fabian. Fouled straight back. Fabian. Florida. One to Fabian. Cut on a miss slider. Down and away. O'Rourke ahead. 1-2. A 1-2 pitch of Fabian. Grounded right near the dugout of the Harbor Hawks. A ricochet back onto the field of play. And the offense is trying to pick things up. They showed life back in the third, left the bases loaded.
Outside of that, it's really been the only time tonight where the Gatemen have really posed a true scoring threat.
A tough one tonight. A 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, cut on and miss. 2 down. If the score holds with 2 down in the bottom of the 6th inning here, the Gatemen trail by 9 runs. A check around the league. Falmouth, who's just 2 points back from the Gatemen. They're currently up 4-0 on Bourne.
Not a good look for the Gatemen. They'll slide into tied for 4th place.
A grounder on the right side. Nishida will boot it, and there's going to be no throw to first base. Diodati will beat out the throw. It'll be a base hit.
Now batting the shortstop from Clemson, number 8, Blake Wright.
Oh, with 2 away. There's Blake Wright. 1 for 2 on the day. Right. Looks down. 1-0 the count. Diodati on first. 2 outs. Here in the 6th inning. It's a 10-1 Hyannis lead. O'Rourke deals the 1-0 pitch way outside. 2-0 the count to Wright. It appears we're not going to try to turn the lights on tonight as a 2-0 breaking ball called strike.
So that means you're racing against sunset at this point, which is in about an hour. But of course, you're not going to let the sun get all the way down. Once it becomes a safety issue, that's where you draw the line. And a game where Hines is up 10-1.
2-1 to Wright. That one line to center. Base hit. Oh, Blake Wright, have yourself a night. 2 for 3 tonight.
Blake Wright's really showing why he's such an intriguing prospect for next year's MLB draft. Of course, this year's coming up this weekend. A few Gatemen could hear their names called on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. But you look ahead to next year, and Blake Wright is definitely going to be one of those names to watch, as he'll just add to the list of Gatemen alumni to make it professional baseball.
Oh, with 2 away, here's Brian Padilla trying to get this Gateman team back in it. He singled back in the 2nd inning. O'Rourke deals a breaking ball, a called strike. Padilla behind 0-1. First and second for Wareham, 2 away, the bottom of the 6th. O'Rourke deals a breaking ball low. 1-1 the count. O'Rourke set right at the shoulders. Jackson deals a 1-1 to the righty. Breaking ball called strike. Slider down and in. Count now 1-2. Gateman trying to have their own 2-out rally. Down 9 runs though here in the 6th. O'Rourke deals a 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball just outside. Fabian grounded out. No, Roden grounded out. Fabian struck out. Then a base hit by Diodati in right. And now have the Gateman on first and second with 2 away. O'Rourke set. The 2-2 pitch to Padilla. In there for called strike 3 to end the inning. Oh, that's his 3rd strikeout of the night for O'Rourke. And you go to the top of the 7th. 10-1 Hyannis lead. Stay with us on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
Whether it's life insurance to safeguard your loved ones, an umbrella policy to protect your teen driver, or making sure your home is covered from storm damage, Rogers Gray is there to guide you. Insurance is more than just a box to check. Trust Rogers Gray, a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League.
The Gateman would like to thank Wareham Country Market for helping to feed the Gateman players and staff after games. They are located about a quarter of a mile from the field on Route 6, offering a convenience store, a Dunkin' Donuts, and a deli.
Need physical therapy? Select Physical Therapy works directly with you and your physician to create a plan of care that meets your goals and needs, with 6 locations on Cape Cod and more across the country. Select Physical Therapy is the official provider of athletic training for the Wareham Gateman.
Wareham House of Pizza has been serving Wareham and Marion for over 40 years with steak and cheese, pizza, and subs. Located in Shaw's Plaza, head on over for pickup or let them deliver to you. After the game, visit El Mariachi on Main Street for the best Mexican food in Wareham. The cantina provides a delicious late-night snack accompanied by fun cocktails.
One of the Gateman's favorite places for their post-game meals is Cool Cone, where you can get anything from fried clams and fried chicken to an ice cream sundae, and then top it all off with a round of mini golf. Cool Cone, located on Route 6 on the Wareham-Marion line.
Top of the 7th, Dominic Patelli, Tito Flores, and Phil Matulia. Here in the 7th inning, Gateman down by 9. It'll be Bobby Alcock back on the mound, who kicks and deals. Oh, grounder over to Padilla quickly, who fires the first in time. 1 away. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here in the 7th inning.
Now batting the left fielder from Michigan, number 34, Tito Flores.
Here's Flores, 0 for 3 tonight. Oh, breaking ball inside. 1-0 the count. Alcock deal is a 1-0 pitch. Popped up out of play. Count now 1-1. Oh, we were talking earlier, Cade, about the pitch clock, and one thing that could be really implemented in Major League Baseball in the coming years as Alcock deals a 1-1 low is the automatic strike zone. And I know you're not a huge proponent of it, but you've thought about how it could speed up the game, as Alcock said at the waist. Now brings up the glove to the shoulders and kicks and fires a 2-1 pitch. Low, 3-1 the count. The automatic strike zone would eliminate any really true defensive catcher. I mean, that would be the biggest change. As Alcock deals, the 3-1 pitch stays high, so Flores works a walk. The other major difference is I don't know whether or not it would speed up the game per se. It would definitely change arguments. Change the strike zone, whether or not it would be Aaron Judge or Jose Altuve at the plate. I mean, it would have to be specifically made for each particular batter, which I don't know how accurate it could be. I mean, it's still testing mode. That one fouled straight back out of play. I mean, that's the change, where there is an argument where umpires have really been affected by this umpire shortage that has been really a part of every single level of baseball, whether it be the professional level or college or high school or little league. Breaking ball inside, taking off and stealing second is going to be Flores, now on second base. Well, 1-1 the count here to Matulia. We had a 2-run home run back in the second inning. And those were the first 2 runs out of the 10 scored. And I know you said earlier, Cade, about as the pace of play and the pitch clock being implemented and how that can speed up the game. Pitch inside. 2-1 the count. But the automatic strike zone, I mean, that could really be the difference maker in the future.
Do you think that's the biggest, I guess, challenge that Major League Baseball faces in the next 5 years?
I would say, yeah. I mean, like we were talking about earlier this half inning, it is the umpire shortage that has, affected every single level of baseball. That one stayed high, 3-1 the count. And we have turned the lights on.
Half of them.
Well, the good news is the ones that were out are on. But the ones that were on before are now out. Well, you can't make it up. Well, that one stays high, so a 1-out walk to Matulia. Well,
I don't really know what to say. But you're right, Alex. It does seem like the half that weren't working are now working. The half that weren't, or half that were, are no longer working. They'll get it figured out. That's above our pay grade.
Oh, first and second with 1 away. Here's Nishida. Takes the first pitch high. 1-0 the count.
That's the one thing I've always said I would never mess with or try to fix is electrical wiring.
Well, that's good.
You ever been shocked?
Maybe when I was 3.
Okay.
Oh, pitch high. Count to Nishida.
I didn't mean it in that way. You can have little accidents and things like that where you just get shocked.
Yeah, like you ever stick like your finger in an electric socket by accident when you were a kid?
Not that I recall. Did you?
I remember I got shocked somehow. I didn't get hurt.
Well, sure, it just stings for a minute. Unless you just leave your finger in there.
Right.
Which is something you probably would have done.
Well.
Old Michael Phelps.
2-0 the count to Nishida. Hyannis, a 10-1 lead, and they're in business once again. First and second, 1 away. Breaking ball, called strike. Now 2-1 the count. breaking ball fouled away, and the count now 2-2.
Back to that swimming story. Was anyone?
Why do we have to go back to that?
I was just thinking about it a little bit more. Was there anyone else around to see it?
Well, there were people on a boat getting ready to put in the water, and they didn't do anything. I don't know whether or not they saw it or not. I mean, it was kind of hard to miss to see a boat tip over at the dock.
And a 21-year-old guy go into the water wearing a Kansas City Royals Hawaiian shirt. That's hard to miss. You know, I mean, that's like a solar eclipse. Probably only happens once every couple hundred years.
The worst thing is I had socks and shoes on.
That was not the worst part, Alex. That was not the worst part.
It was the worst part for me.
That ranks fourth on the list. 3 was your phone in your pocket.
Well,
2 was the cargo
phone.
shorts, and 1 was the Kansas City Royals Hawaiian shirt. It was a look. It was a look.
Yeah, but you can't swim well with shoes on in the water, and that one fouled away.
I can't say I've ever tried, so I don't know whether you're right or wrong. I guess I have to take your word for it. You're the only one that I know who's experienced that.
You know, the shoes are still wet.
You didn't put them in the dryer? Or outside to dry?
Well, I left them right outside our front porch.
You got to put them in the sun, man. I wish I would have known. Could have helped you out. We could have had that.
I don't think I'll ever be able to wear those shoes again.
Just flashbacks or for the purpose that they'll be damp?
Both. I think they're going to smell like salt water.
Use them for breeze. Just don't get sea breeze scent. That probably wouldn't go well.
It already smells like that. 2-2 to Nishida High. Oh, full count. Not the brightest moment in my life.
Definitely not the brightest. Now you know next time to step back into the boat.
I don't know if I ever want to step in another boat in my life. Payoff pitch stays high, and our base is loaded.
At least you can swim.
I got that going for me.
That was a plus.
And I did have a life preserver on. Well, after 3 straight walks, now load the bases for Mitch Jebb. A single and a homer shy of a cycle.
Had that triple back in the 4th. To me, that's always the toughest part of a cycle, is getting that triple.
You never want to be short of a triple. Alcock deal is fastball called strike. Ahead 0-1. Bases loaded, 1 away here in the top of the 7th inning. Alcock deals the 0-1 pitch. Hit into center. Diodati drifts over. Now calling him off as Rodin to make the play. Tagging and scoring is Flores. And Hyannis now leads by 10 here in the 7th. You know, I'm so glad you, Cam, and Claire, and Nolan Summerfield, the assistant GM of the Gateman, weren't there to see it.
I'm not. I wish I could have seen that.
Oh, I'm so glad you guys weren't there.
Biggest regret of my life was that I didn't go with you. Even if I had gone in the water, it would have been worth it to see on the way in. I think I'd still be laughing today.
You are, and you weren't even there. Breaking ball popped up out of play. Home on the count.
Yes, but this is more of a picturing it in my mind kind of laugh. If I'd actually seen it, that's a different ball game.
You know, it has to be on camera somewhere.
There's got to be security cameras there. Got to be. Now, I would guess that their security cameras aren't pointing into the water and more so pointing at, the entrances to the building. But there's a chance we just catch it in the corner of one of them, right?
Do we ask?
100% we have to ask. Worst thing they can say is no.
And well, it's, I give them the consent. The 0-1, breaking ball low. Well, it was me involved in the incident.
I said I should
not just you involved in the incident. You caused the incident.
I did not cause the incident.
The incident does not happen without you.
The wind caused the incident.
No.
It was the wind.
Okay.
Sure.
Sure.
I don't make the water, with heavy waves. 1-1 high and 2 on the count.
Whatever you say, man. Whatever you say. If you want to blame it on the
you're
wind,
blaming it on me? You're putting the blame on me.
A little bit.
You're telling me I have to wear it. It's not my fault the boat was moving away.
It's your fault that you stayed on the edge of it, though.
Where do you want me to go?
Back in the boat.
I was trying and it tipped over. It wasn't my fault. Bases at first and second. A pitch cut out and miss, and Alcock now on a 2-2 count.
Was it at least a graceful dive when you fell in, or was it pretty ugly?
I would say it was pretty ugly.
Okay.
I don't know, though. I don't remember how it happened. The 2-2 fouled away. It just happened quickly. I remember that. I knew it happened quickly. It was definitely an adventure I would never forget. Gotta say, I swam in the ocean.
With a 30-year Coast Guard captain. You put that in there.
Oh, breaking ball gets away from Campos, taking off for a third. Matulia going to second is Nishida.
And to me, of course, the old saying goes, the captain goes down with their ship, right? Captain goes down with the ship. In this instance, you were the iceberg that hit the Titanic. Because without you, the ship doesn't go down. And the captain doesn't go in the water with it. You were the iceberg. That's what this is. Like in Top Gun, I'll call you Iceman.
3-2. Popped up out of play. Thanks. And you wonder why I try to give you turkey. Second and third, 2 away. Alcock battling here with Sirota in a full count. It comes set right at the shoulders. A payoff pitch, chest high, to work a walk. That's the 4th walk of the inning to reload the bases here in the 7th inning.
Now batting the center fielder from Princeton, number 13, Brendan Cumming.
Well, here's Cumming. Base is loaded. 2 away. As Hyannis looking to really put this game out of reach. They already lead at 10 by 10 runs. Pitch high. Oh, what another count. One-0 outside. 2-0 the count. And when you look at that, Jack Hausinger is making a run down to the bullpen. Has appeared in a game prior.
It's going to be another position player pitching night.
He might have to throw 2 innings.
He had a 1-2-3 frame in his only other outing.
And he's getting the arm ready. 2-0. Called strike. 2-1 the count. Motulia on third. Nishida on second. And Sirota on first. Well, a base hit would score 2 easily with the speed of Nishida on second base. But a 10-run game, I don't know if they send him. 2-1. A deep drive to left. Back is Winich on the track at the wall. Makes the catch. Oh, it gets off his glove. Here comes all the runners. And 3-run score. Let's see how they rule it. It has to be an error. It looked like Windish made the catch, but it just popped out of the glove at the last second. And 3-run score, and now it's 14-1 Hyannis here in the 7th inning.
Wind just was ranging back, and I guess he just might have lost in that sliver of sunlight that's left.
Oh, 4 runs have scored this inning. Hey, here's Jorge Corona. A pitch. Swung at the first one. Hits it out of play. 0-1 to count. Oh, 0-1 the count here to Corona. Second and third. All right, was a runner on second. Pitch fouled away. 0-2 the count. McConnell on second. 2 outs here in the 7th inning. It's 14-1 Harbor Hawks. Approaching the 3-hour mark. Alcock set at the waist. A 0-2 pitch gets away from Campos. Did he go? First base umpires held that Corona held up, and 1-2 the count goes. So Jack Hausinger getting hot in the bullpen. I would assume that he would be the next one out of the pen. We can't see the bullpen. It's behind the right field fence with the banners in front of it. Well, Alcock ahead here. 1-2 on Corona. 1-2 pitch. Fouled away. Okay, it was a good thing you made a box for Hausinger in this game and bullpen note sheet and the game notes.
You never know when it may happen again. We didn't think it would, but here we are, game 30.
1-2 to Corona, low. 2-2 the count. Well, the Gateman pitching has been really well in the month of July so far. Before the last 2 games, I mean, they had a 3.58 ERA coming into tonight. In the month of June, a 4.40. 2-2, breaking ball, stay aside. Now 3-2 the count. Hausinger did pitch against Hyannis before.
That was a 6-1 defeat.
Well, now it's a 14-1 ball game. At that time, up until just yesterday, that was the worst loss of the season. Now when a line drive back up the middle for a base hit, they are going to send McConnell, who will score. It's a base hit and an RBI for Corona. And Hyannis now takes a 15-1 lead in the top of the 7th inning.
Now batting the designated hitter from Tennessee, number 19, Christian Moore.
Well, here's Christian Moore. And Eddie Marco will take a walk out. And I believe, isn't this the second time he's had a mound visit this inning?
I believe so.
Oh, isn't that an automatic call to the bullpen?
I want to say, I'm not.
That's what the major leagues do.
I'm not entirely sure as to if that rule applies here to the CCBL. A home plate umpire who's not really saying that this is a automatic call to the pen. And there it is.
Well, we'll take a quick break and have more information on the new Gateman pitcher. Just stay with us on the Gateman Broadcast Network. It's 15-1 Hyannis.
As a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League, the Mass State Lottery is celebrating the games we love playing, from the baseball diamond to the many lottery games that help support all 351 cities and towns across the Commonwealth. So here's to 50 years of winning and 50 more.
T-Mobile is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile is committed to serve those who serve, and that's why they go above and beyond for our active duty military, veterans, and first responders. Visit your neighborhood T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com to learn more.
Catchers aren't the only ones protecting home. With Rogers Gray, you have more coastal homeowners insurance options and a true expertise in their people. Protect your home with Rogers Gray. Rogers Gray is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Learn more at rogersgray.com.
Hey Gateman fans, don't miss out as the Wareham Gatemen head to Worcester, Mass. to take on the Bourne Braves at Polar Park, the home of the Worcester Red Sox. This special game at Polar Park takes place Monday, July 25th with a 6:45 first pitch. Tickets start at just $10, so head to gateman.org to get yours today.
What's up, Gateman fans? Looking for Wareham jerseys, shirts, and hats? You can find all of that and more online at gateman.org/shop. Visit to get all your Gateman gear today.
Beat the heat and join us at Waterways, a water experience unlike any other this side of the bridge. Open daily, head over to the water park on Route 28, the Cranberry Highway.
Well, we got a pitching change. Jack Hausinger making his second appearance on the summer. And for the second time, facing Hyannis. It's a 15-1 ball game. Hyannis leads it. Oh, Hausinger will try to get out of this inning. Corona on first. 2 away. Hausinger deals. First pitch low. Oh, 1-0 count. Hausinger set at the waist. A 1-0 pitch. Hit foul on the first base side. One ball, one strike now on Christian Moore. The 9th batter up this inning. One pitch, fouled away. 1-2 the count now to Moore. Hausinger ahead, 1-2. The pitch. Hit into right, Roden drifting over, and can't make it there in time. One ball, 2 strikes. Corona on first, 2 down. Here at the top of the 7th. Hausinger deals a 1-2 pitch, fouled away once again. Cade, I'm really glad you put Hausinger in this in the game notes per my suggestion.
I'll listen to what you have to say.
Not all the time.
Yes, most of the time at least. What's one suggestion you made that I haven't taken into consideration?
Oh, a pitch outside, 2 to the count. Well, you alphabeticize the names.
Alphabeticize, that's a new word.
Alphabetize.
There you go.
The names. It's been a long night. Instead of numerical.
Right.
Well, what if you're not good at the alphabet? The 2-2. That one rope to right, base hit. Over the head of Anderson and goes into right field. Now it's first and second with 2 away. And here's Dominic Patelli. And for the second time tonight, this Hyannis team has officially batted around.
First hit surrendered by Hausinger this season. But yeah, I prefer the alphabetical order over the numerical order. Do you think you know this team better by their jersey numbers or by their last names?
Well, it's easier when you can see the numbers on the field. And so it's like, okay, 10, and pitch foul straight back. And, okay, 10, well, that must be the lowest number by a pitcher on this team, so he should be first. But instead, you got to figure out, okay, what's everyone's last name start with in the bullpen? We haven't seen in a week. And you're digging through the 3 pages. And
how about I compile you a special stat pack?
You've said this before. That one line over to Padilla, who will throw to first base in time to end it. Well, we head to the bottom of the 7th. It's 15-1 Hyannis. Stay with us on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
Continuing with our corporate sponsors, we also want to recognize and thank Franklin Sports, Cape Destinations, Sullivan Tire, Highline Cruises, Barnstable Bats, Sunderland Printing, Axis Bats, Cape Space, Christmas Tree Shops, UFOs, T-Mobile, Boston Better Business Bureau, Fairway Financial, Rogers Gray, and of course, thank you to Major League Baseball for over 50 years of support.
Wherever you call home, from Boston to the South Shore to the South Coast to the Cape and Islands, Rogers Gray has you covered for all coastal homeowners insurance needs. Rogers Gray is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Learn more at rogersgray.com.
The Wareham-based 80 Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is the world's largest cranberry grower and the largest private property owner in eastern Massachusetts. The company supports organizations like the Wareham Gateman and projects like the outdoor cranberry bog classroom that you may have passed on your way in. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more.
The Gateway Tavern, located on Marion Road in Wareham, offers an extensive but not exhaustive array of menu choices. They search for the finest in foods, ranging from garden fresh produce to hand-selected seafood, and have special menus that change daily. The Gateway Tavern is proud to be the official helmet of the Wareham Gateman.
Mosquito bites and ticks. No, yikes! When the bugs get scary, just call Mosquito Mary's 866 Ask Mary, or visit us at mosquitomarys.com.
Whether a night at the tap room for pub grub, dinner for the family, or a full-service catered event, Minkle Boys Catering. Food with passion. Book your event today.
Well, Chase Centrada, pitcher, comes into this game 15-1 Hyannis. Well, the one highlight of the night, we got a great sunset.
There's one
captured
thing.
by WCTV.
This has been an interesting game, Alex, because...
Interesting is one word to describe it. Oh, Burks. Turns out the first pitch fouls that one away, and no one won the count.
The Gatemen are only being out-hit by 5.
But it's a 15-1
Exactly.
score.
That's the strange part of it. The box score after this one is not going to make much sense.
Does a baseball box score ever make sense?
For normal games, yeah, it usually does. Team with the most hits and the fewest errors usually wins the game.
0-1 to Burks, outside. 1-1 the count.
Big issue is Gateman pitching have walked 7 tonight.
One ball, one strike. So Natali on the mound. The 1-2 to Burks outside. 2-2. Chase Santalia out of UCF. Deals a 1-2 pitch, low and inside. Now 2-2 the count to Burks. Trying to start a get something going here. Nobody on, nobody out. Santala deals. Breaking ball, did he go? Yes, he did. No, Burks goes down swinging. One down here in the 7th.
Now batting the catcher from Arizona State, number 11, Ryan Campos.
And here's Campos. He's reached base every time up. He's done his job.
Single, double, and a walk tonight for Campos. We haven't taken a look in a little bit at that Falmouth score, because that'll impact how this game is viewed later on.
A 4-1 Falmouth, though. Pitch outside.
Because the Gateman right now sit 2 points up on the Commodores, but with a Gateman loss tonight and a Falmouth win, they'll be tied at 26 points. That last playoff spot in the West with just 13 games remaining.
And of course, that one hit out of play. 1-1 the count. And of course, how baseball works, it just so happens almost every single time that the Gateman and Falmouth have been either tied or within 2 points of each other, they end up playing each other. They do so tomorrow night. The Gatemen go back on the road and are at Falmouth.
Be another playoff type baseball game.
A 1-1 pitch to Campos in the dirt. 2-1 the count. Two 2-1 to Campos outside. Three and 1 the count here to Campos. One away here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Pitch. It went around. Oh, full count. Sokol will be on the mound for Wareham tomorrow night.
Jack Sokol's second start of the summer. Soon to be a Pitt Panther in the fall.
And Michael Sansone to wrap up this stretch of 5 games for the Gateman on Sunday before a day off on Monday. Hit on the third base side, had a play right near the merchandise stand. Well, still a full count hitter Campos, and in a 15-1 ball game, he's working a great at bat. I mean, that's the type of player Campos is. Payoff pitch, fouled away once again.
Alex, really throughout the season, there hasn't been a better time than this. You talk about the game notes you're looking over. The folks at home can check those out every single day. Gateman.org under the press box tab.
Whoever makes those do a great job.
I'm sure they appreciate you saying that.
Whoever's listening, appreciate you. Breaking ball with the dirt. So Campos works a walk. His second walk of the night. And first by Santala. All right, here's Windish. Windish over 2 with a walk tonight. Campos on first, 1 out. Here in the 7th, Windish. The first pitch, strike. And 0-1 the count. Gonzalez set out of the stretch now. The 0-1 pitch to Windish. Breaking ball for a called strike, and now Windish behind 0-2.
It's reflective on the scoreboard, Alex, but Hyannis has batted around in 2 separate innings. Meanwhile, the Gatemen are just on their 4th trip through the rotation.
0-2. Low, now 1-2 the count. Well, they've either run into outs or hit into outs. As one of the
Bat boy nets fell.
Yeah.
Protective netting just fell right over.
Wonder how that could happen.
There's a good chance leaning on it won't help.
The 1-2 pitch to Windish low in the dirt. 2-2 at the count. It's almost as bad as tipping over a boat.
Have you ever tipped over a cow?
No.
You've never been cow tipping?
No. That's mean. It's animal abuse.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it is not. You ever watch the movie Cars? You know, Life is a Highway?
Yeah, you talk about it all the time. 2-2. Hit a bullet right to left. There's a base hit for Windish.
Well, one thing that Toe Mater takes Lightning McQueen to do is tip over tractors, which, of course, in the movie represents cow tipping.
Well, a good thing for me, growing up on a farm, I never tipped over a tractor.
I'm surprised with your track record.
I tipped over one boat in 22 years of my life, and now I got a bad track record. I never could run.
You also somehow got bit by a chicken. We covered that a couple weeks back.
Well.
And you ran from it.
Well, of course you run from a chicken. One called strike to Anderson.
And this just happened a couple years ago. You weren't like 4 or 5 and ran from a chicken. That makes you the chicken.
Oh, 1 low. First and second, 1 out. Here at the bottom of the 7th inning. Gateman down by 14. One low. Have you ever tipped over a tractor?
I have not.
Oh, okay. Well, good for both of us.
I've also never tipped over a boat, though. So you have that one up on me.
Have you ever been on a boat?
Plenty of times.
Oh, that was the first boat I was ever on, I think, in my life.
Really?
Well, I've been on, like, ferries.
But you've never been on
Like,
on a
that's
smaller...
the smallest boat I've ever been on.
Wow.
Maybe I should have told Mike that.
Might would have mentioned that on the road trip over.
A broken back grounder over to Nishida, and it takes a bad hop, and everyone's going to be safe. Here comes Campos, and the play is going to be in time. They give it a base hit for Anderson. The second out at home, Campos just missed a good throw from McConnell in center field. Well, now first and second again, but now 2 away. Now here's Roden. Breaking ball in the dirt. It's a perfect night for a baseball game. But
Rings have not gone the Gateman's way tonight.
1-0 hit well to center field, but right at McConnell to end the inning. Well, no runs scored for the game, and we go to the top of the 8th. It's still a 15-1 Hyannis lead. Stay with us on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
We appreciate and thank the sponsors who support the Cape League and the 10 teams. Our corporate sponsors are the financial backbone of the league. It is with their support that we are able to preserve our long-standing tradition of providing the best family entertainment here on Cape Cod, free of charge. On behalf of the 9 other teams, the Wareham Gateman, league officers, and the entire Cape League family, we would like to announce and thank our 2022 corporate sponsors. With much appreciation, we recognize the Yawkey Foundation, Gibson Sotheby's, Curry College, the 99 Restaurants, Coca-Cola Bottling of Cape Cod, Badger Sport, Zephyr Hats, Cape Cod 5 Cents Saving Bank, Milton Cat, Mosquito Marys, Massachusetts State Lottery. We will be back to you in the next inning for the second half of this outstanding list of loyal sponsors.
Well, that will do it. They call the game due to the lights, I believe, as we have been playing, that the lights are quote-unquote not on. Oh, a final score tonight, 15 Hyannis, Wareham 1. The Gateman will be on the road tomorrow as they visit Falmouth, as it appears to be, well, if the score holds, Falmouth beating Bourne 4-1 right now. And if that score holds, they'll be tied for 4th place in the division. Oh, again, final score 15-1. Hyannis takes it, their last matchup of the summer, and they tie 3-3. The 6 appearances played. Well, for Cade, Crenshaw, and Claire Foley, I'm Alex Feuz. Have a good Friday night, and the Gateman will be on the road tomorrow against Falmouth. Join us. First pitch at 6 p.m. Have a great night, and we will see you tomorrow.